Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a cane, and my goal is to try and make pillow beads. I love making pillow beads. I've tried them every which way that I could to try and shape them. I can never get them right. So I thought, why not? So I designed a bunch of pillow cutters. So this is 125, a 1 inch. The 1 inches are actually really big. So I'll probably use a 0.75 inch. And then there's a 1/2 inch. And these have got a really big curve in them, and they're cool. Here's one pillow bead I tried, and I actually got one to work. Okay, but I don't want that much on curve on it on some of them. So I'm designing ones that don't have that much of a curve. It's more subtle, but I need a cane to practice my cutters on. So I'm going to make a simple black and white cane, and it's a fun one. So I thought I'd take you along with me as I make it. So what I'm using here is just black and white. And this black is being run at a number 3. And then the white is at a number 3 as well. And this is just going to be a spiral cane. Okay, so we're just going to put the white on top of that and get an even cut. That's quite a bit off right there. And we're going to take the white off, a little off my table here. So I'm going to cut it about right there. I'm going to make that longer. And I already made a striped cane. This is at a 0. Just put it at the thickest setting of your machine and stack between black and white as many times as you want. If you got to make a whole lot, it's better to make 2 of these than 1 because it's harder to cut through the higher it is. Okay, so this is the spiral cane. Okay, and we're going to start with the black on the outside. And make it really nice and tight. Like I said, this is such an easy cane to do. Okay, and I use more black so that it kind of blends in. I'm going to cut these in 2 pieces. And so we're just going to leave that to the side for now. And now I'm going to make a bullseye cane. So I'm going to go between black and white here. So since I'm starting out real small and the canes aren't that big, I'm going to make a smaller center. Just something, what is this? This is about 2 inches. I like to get it about 1.5 inches so that it'll match all of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to cut this right here, even it out to 1.5. Okay, and then I'm going to run this through the machine. I'm going to run some more white through, and I think on the bullseye I'm going to go to a number 3 for the spirals that go around it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back and our other cutters are done. So let me show you the difference. So this is just a really subtle pillow shape, and this one's more of a curve. So I'm thinking I'm going to try these with these. So okay, so now we're making a bullseye cane. So with this, we're just going to wrap the black. I'm a little ADD today, so please be patient with me. My mind has all kinds of ideas, and I can't seem to focus on a whole lot at the same time. So I ended up cutting the bullseye at a number 1 for the white and black. Because I want a bunch of layers. So it's going to be stretched really small. So I thought I'd start big, and that way I had extra for another project. Okay, so we're just going to wrap that now over that. Okay. I'm going to go back to the white. And I'm not sure if we're going to go past one more. Little air bubble right there. It's just going to be a little cane anyways. So since I don't have any more, we're going to leave it right at this. All right, we're going to have to stretch this a little bit. Just that side needs a little more. Okay, so that should be good for what we're doing today. Put the white away. Okay, so now we're just going to cut these in half. So we're going to go to 3 inches on this. And I'll trim up the sides afterwards. Better to reduce it like this with your fingers instead of rolling it, because you lose so much when you roll it on the table. Okay, I don't want it really big, so I'm going to take it down. And if I have extra, it can just be for another project. Okay, so that should be good about there. So it's about a 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that corner off. And all I want is 3 inches of it, so I'll set that aside. Okay, so there's our bullseye cane. And we're going to do the same with our spiral cane. I'm going to use one more of these. That way I'm not completely even. I'm trying to get out of that pattern where I use just 2 of everything. Okay, we want this about the same size as well. But we are going to make this into a triangle shape. So we don't want to go as small because it's still going to reduce. So we're going to take 3 inches of it. Hold on to that. Okay, now I'm going to cut it. No, I'm not going to cut it yet. So I'm going to find the edge right here. Another reason why you should never roll it. Okay, and I'm going to make where it ends be the top. So on this one, we're going to go 4.5. Just in case we need that third one. So that's perfect. Cut just the end off. Okay, just in case I want that one. Okay, so the easy part about this cane is you can actually put it any way you want to. So I want that inside to be together like that. Okay. And I got some cane just to kind of give it a little bit of detail and to separate the designs. And I don't want to go too thick on these. So I just want to make sure they're going to be the right size, and they are. So I'm going to wrap one of these halfway around the bullseye. Okay. I'm going to put that right there. But I want that to touch it. So I may end up going 3/4. Where am I going to put these guys? I could put one there. Okay, we're going to cut a bunch of these. I'll go a little longer on that. I may do one more. I may just leave it just like this. Okay. But I don't like that all three of them are straight down like that, so I want to kind of curve it so they're not identical. And that one can come off of that one. I need something for the center right here. So we're going to make this a little longer. Okay, so I think we're going to do a strip across the bottom. Boy, I really didn't cut that very even, did I? Oh, and I dropped it. So on this one, okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, I think. All right, so I'm not gonna do this in a triangle. We're just gonna make this into a square. Sorry about my shaking workbench. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce this into 4 equal parts. So we're going to go to 6 inches on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. We're at about 7 inches because we're going to have to cut a lot of this off, unfortunately. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of check it all. Okay, so there's our cane. Hoping that this focuses. So you could leave it like this if you want and just work with it that way. You could switch these around, you know, so that they're not even. That's one thing cool about this cane, is it doesn't matter how you put them together. It can just be abstract like that. You know me, however, that I'm going to try and put them so that they all match. Maybe. I might actually do something funny today and not even worry about whether they line up. So we'll see what kind of a design we get. Okay, so I don't like that. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so that would be that side. Yeah, see, I'm not happy with any of those. So I could try and do this one. Or that one, and I'm just not liking any of them. So we're going to do that. We're going to actually do something completely different. And since we got the 2 leaves on the inside, we're going to put some dots right there. We'll put some dots on the outside right there. Okay, so we're going to go abstract here. See, but I got the 3 dots like that, so I don't want that. So we'll put the less dots over there, and then I don't want those dots touching each other, so I'll put the leaf right there. And then this one, I've got the leaf, so we're going to put the dot over there. Okay, I like that better. So since I'm doing a 0.75 cutter, I am going to cut this let's see, it's going to be small, so I don't want the design really big. Got some ickies got stuck onto the side. Okay. Alright, so I don't want to waste any of this. But if I make a veneer, I can make a bunch of beads at the same time. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut this to get it all nice and straight. I'm going to use my little bracelet templates. Okay, so I'm not sure how long I want this to go. Okay, I think that's good right there. So with these, I want to cut it about 2 millimeters. And since I'm not really great with sizes, I'm going to run this through the pasta machine at 2 millimeters just to give me an idea of the thickness. Okay, so I guess that's about right. And I don't have my market tool in here. And it's probably smart if I have it, but I think the lowest on that is 2 millimeters. Let me be back. Alrighty, so my market tool, it only goes to 3 millimeters. But I can get an idea of where that is. So that's about a 2, I think. So I'm just going to say thin slices. Okay. And it doesn't matter how you stack this up because they're all different. So even when you put them in your veneer, they can be different too. So we're going to take, not my roller, I'm just going to use my fingers on this. Just to get them right there. I'm just going to do 2 to show you what you can do with this. Okay, don't worry about if it starts getting blurry. It's because I'm not wearing gloves, which you really should wear gloves when you make your beads. So I'm going to just take this scrap clay right here, and I'm going to run it through the pasta machine on a 0. And then I've just got this little square here. And actually, I want to double this, so I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't matter if you're a little short. This is just going to be your filler. Okay, so I basically just put it in there and kind of make the ends a little softer. They don't have to be perfect. This is just to kind of give you that little bump on top. You don't want to lay it on the table and do this because one side will be bumpy and the other one will be flat. So just do it in your hands. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get 2 out of here. And that fly that was bugging me last night is back. Okay, so this isn't going to give me 4. This is just going to give me 1. And I'd like to make a set. But on camera, I'm just going to show you how we do it. Okay, so we're going to grab 1. I'm going to grab 2. Okay. And that was using the 0.75. Okay, so this is a little big. So let's go back and do this one more time. So this time I'm just going to fold it over like I did the last one. Okay. I'm going to stick that right in the center. This is a little time consuming to make pillow beads, but it's really worth it. I really love the way they turn out. So basically you just line up all your corners and then you just squish your sides. And if you don't want it as puffy, just use a smaller center. Just make sure the center is a little higher in the center than on the sides. Okay, so then basically you got them all squished together. And yes, I know that I'm blurring it. I do sand all my pieces, so that'll be gone. You just want to make sure you've got nice smooth edges. Okay. And that's basically it. So there's your pillow bead. And if you want them pointier, you can just put your fingers in like that and in like that. And if they're a little too long, just take it on the corner and push in. And then all you gotta do is just squish them out a little bit. Okay. And that's basically all there is to it to make a pillow bead. Okay, so if you don't want it that thick, go a little smaller. So I'll make one more. I'll just cut it right there. I'm going to set that aside. Going to push that together and we can put that one back there, and we could even take the ones that we did and put it right over there. Since we're abstract, they don't need to match perfectly. I just want to make sure they're all the same height. Okay, so we're going to do the same with that one, but we're going to use the one that's got a little bit more curve to it. See, and these I can always use again. So I'm just going to set that to the side. This one I'm going to try a circle. It's just the remaining. And I'm just going to do that. See, that's too big. So you don't need a whole lot for the center. You could also just keep it small and then push it as you're forming the bead. Okay, I don't want it that thick. So once you figure out a size that works good, you can make a bunch of them beforehand. Okay, so actually I want that, since it's the outside, I'll lay that down right there. That's the outside, so I'm going to lay that right over there. Okay, and then I'm just going to squish it together. You don't have to have a cutter to do it, but I find that I can't get consistent shapes when I make a set. And so any little thing that helps me, I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. Okay, so this is a little thinner. And that's why I kind of like going double. But if you push it and push in your sides, you'll get a nice center. Okay. Okay, so this has got a little bit more pointy ends than the other one does, and see, that's what I wasn't liking about it. I just wanted a subtle pillow. So these are going to sit a little bit before I try and skewer it. But there's one, there's two, and I did make one before the video. I just don't remember what I did with it. I'll show you that one as well. There we go. So this one didn't, it has so much of a curve to it. Okay, so there's your pillow beads. And I kind of do like the one that's a little more subtle. I don't know, there's something about it that looks more like a pillow to me. So we're going to make a bunch of these, and then we will sand them, bake them, sand them, and I'll try and get a picture of what they look like when they're done. So I hope you like that. It was pretty quick and easy. Have a great night. Hope you try it. Hope you enjoy it. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back. So I've been designing cutters all day, and the one thing that I love are pillow beads. And I've tried to make square beads, and let's see if I can show you. I like to make them, and I try and make them square. Now let's just try a square here. And then kind of stick your fingers in them, you know, and shape them. But when I do that, I can never get a really nice shaped pillow bead. So I designed a bunch of pillow bead cutters. And I have some that aren't quite so round in the printer right now. These are going to be test beads.